Welcome back. Let's talk about soulmates and relationships. So, as a single woman, not so much out in the dating world, but I do get asked a lot, why am I still single? What am I looking for? And for me, my answer is always I need someone who speaks to my soul. So when I say that, what I mean is I need someone who speaks to my entire soul, not just a few different pieces of my soul. So let me break that down for you. What does that mean? I don't just want someone who's aesthetically pleasing and someone who's a gentleman. And that's it. Oh yes, you're lovely to look at and you can open the door for me. We're soulmates. That's not how it works. And that's not setting a foundation for a healthy relationship. The other areas that need to be spoken to are our values. Do we have the same values? Do we have the same beliefs? Do we complement each other? Do I miss you when I'm not talking to you? Now, don't get that confused with being needy, because it's not the same. Because I can miss you and I can think about you and still go on about my day like the average adult should. So those are things that are important as well. So for me, a soulmate is someone who speaks to your entire soul when it comes to relationships. A lot of times we end up with someone who we think is our soulmate, and we're only fooling ourselves because they've only spoken to one or two pieces of our soul instead of connecting with us completely. We tend to neglect the parts that are more difficult to connect to. And sometimes we do it intentionally, other times we do it unintentionally. We may purposefully overlook someone's religious beliefs because they check off everything on our box. Oh, they have a great job. They carry a conversation. I can introduce them to my family. This is great. Not even considering what could happen in the future having different religious beliefs. It could be you have different financial beliefs. I'm a spender. I'm gonna spend it all. Versus they're a saver. Now, sometimes those opposites can complement each other if you're both willing to put in the work. But if that person isn't complimenting you and speaking to you deeply, it's not gonna work because no one's willing to try. It's I have my belief, they have their belief, and that's it. So it takes work to figure out if someone is your soulmate or not. It's not something that you can just identify overnight or after some people do know after the first date because maybe they've had such an amazing conversation and they've had that chemistry and they just clicked. Others, like me, it takes a little while to know because I want to be sure, and there's nothing wrong with that. Relationships back in the day, like our grandparents and our great-grandparents, they knew from the beginning. They got married within months and stayed married for 50, 60 years. Nowadays, people will date for 5 years, get married, and they're divorced before that first year of marriage is up. Or they're split up, separated. So it's just important to do the work. Make sure you do the work to figure out who your soulmate is, what parts of your soul do they speak to, and are you willing to compromise for the areas that they don't speak to? Some things aren't a necessity. Maybe this person speaks to every single piece of your soul, but they are not the most attractive person on earth. Is it really gonna kill you? Are you gonna miss out on an opportunity because that person has a mole you don't like? Or they have brown eyes and you would have preferred them to be green? there's work to do. So I say all of that to encourage everyone to put in the work when it comes to dating. Take your time. Don't feel like you have to be in a rush. The right person will come to you at the right time. Key takeaways: take your time, don't feel rushed, do what's best for you, and know what you want out of your next relationship, or know what you want from your current relationship. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave comments below. I would love your feedback and love to hear from you and what else you'd like to see. Thanks again.